on NBA TV, and Coach Steve Kerr is with us. Coach, Draymond was here. He said that he doesn't know if necessarily one is more gratifying than the next, but he said this was the toughest. Did you feel that way about this?
Oh, no question. Just trying to do this, 4 years in a row and getting to the finals 4 years in a row. There's a cumulative effect and a wear and tear, especially emotionally, that our guys felt. This was the first year where I felt like I couldn't reach them and motivate them, but I understood it because it's a long haul, and once we got to the playoffs, our defense picked up and we found our groove again.
Steve, congrats on your third championship as a coach.
Thank you.
I'm just curious, when you play against LeBron James and the Cavs, is it changing up what you're doing? Is it just sort of stick to what we've been doing all along? What was your sort of game plan, if you don't mind sharing? Because you guys obviously had great success against LeBron and, more importantly, the Cavs. But was it just switch everything, stick to our principles? Was there anything in particular you guys were trying to accomplish going into the series?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you just want to do the best you can with LeBron. You try to put pressure on him. You know he's going to get 30, 10, and 10 probably, and maybe more like he did in Game 1. But I think there's certain keys in every series that you go into, and I'll tell you what, we locked in on Kyle Korver. We knew from watching the tape of their earlier playoff rounds, when he scores, when he gets free for threes, that's when they're at their best. So I thought we did a great job on Korver. We just made LeBron work as hard as he could, or as hard as we could. And then the other key was getting Andre back for games 3 and 4, because that's another body who we can throw on LeBron and try to put pressure on him.
Congratulations, Coach. And we talked to Kevin Durant, and I asked him what was the best thing about the system, and he said the fact that you allowed him to be a full player and you trust him. As a coach that played, what's the best characteristic about having a team like this? Is it the unselfishness? Is it the fact that guys can – what's the best?
I think what makes our team special is our guys don't need the ball. We got 4 All-Stars and another guy in Andre who's been a Finals MVP, and they can all play without the ball and they can all make plays. And when you have that combination, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Did you say after Game 1 or Game 2 that these dummies going to play the slip screen bad every single time, and all we got to do is keep running? We get a layup every time.
I knew you were coming with something. It's only been 4 years since we were working together, so I knew something was coming.
No, but seriously, though, were you amazed? We're sitting here. We do a big thing before Game 3, and you come out and get 15 and 17 layups on a very simple play. Were you kind of surprised after Game 1 they played the same crappy defense on that play?
You know what? We felt like if we set a lot of screens that we were going to get some slips, because we saw they were switching everything. And then when Steph got going, Game 2, then they started blitzing him. Yeah. And so now there's all kinds of openings. Yeah. Look, Cleveland was not a good defensive team this year. I mean, I'm just, stating a fact, right? They were 28th, 29th in the league defensively. That was not their strong suit. So we felt like we could attack them and keep the ball moving, and there would be some breakdowns, and eventually we got them.
Because you have 4 Hall of Famers on the team, they're going to get a lot of attention. But I thought, Steve, the way Livingston, as he always does, JaVale in minutes, your guys, that supporting cast, seemed to make the most of every opportunity, especially shooting. How big was that during this run and in this series for you?
Well, I mean, we have so many weapons, and when the ball keeps moving, somebody's going to get hot. Like, last game, Game 3, Steph and Clay both struggled, and KD, it's whatever he had, 40-something. And tonight, Steph gets going right away. Clay's in foul trouble. Second half, Clay starts knocking shots down. There's just too many weapons for the defense to deal with, all game long.
Steve, we always know that managing continued success is not easy, but your guys seem to play still for one another, and I know this was a difficult season, but just talk about the character, I guess, in that locker room and how you guys are still able to play together, play for one another, and just have a real fun spirit that you see out there on the court.
I think it starts with Steph. Steph plays with so much joy and happiness, and he's out there like a kid. And then you got a bunch of guys who just want to win. You know, Clay's a winner, man. He just he's zero maintenance. He just shows up every day and he works. And I think KD saw that, saw the spirit and the energy our guys played with, and wanted to be part of it. And he's been amazing. And he fits right in because he can play with or without the ball. You saw tonight, triple-double, incredible talent, and it all just ties together. And then you got, you know, Sean Livingston and David West and, you know, multiple playmakers, guys who can all fill in and make plays for each other. It's an amazing team to coach.
Well, you say you had a hard time reaching the team this year, so you're probably going to have a harder time reaching next year. So you want to break some news and retire on NBA TV tonight?
My buddy Tom Tolbert told me I should just not even show up till All-Star break next year. And I'm thinking about that. Maybe I'll show up the first day of camp and just say, you guys are on your own till February. I'll see you then.
Hey, I talked bad about you on TV one night. I'm admit this. You know, we've been together for a long time. Yeah. Love working with you. You're doing a fantastic job. But let me tell you something. When you disrespected my Phoenix Sun and let your players coach the game, I was hot. I'd have killed you back in the day, Steve.
Coach, congrats.
All right, thanks, guys.
Enjoy this. 3 out of 4. Parade to come on Tuesday, the 12th. We continue with you. We're showing you some tweets on the show and what's been going on through social media. Congrats to my former teammate, Steve Kerr and the Warriors. That from Avery Johnson coming through on Twitter. We've seen a lot of people tweeting from around the NBA world in the basketball. Bruce Bochy, Hall of Fame manager to be, the skipper of the San Francisco Giants. Happy for the Dubs and Steve Kerr and their run.